What's going on, guys? For those of you that don't already know, my name is Raymond Vinuya and I'm a photographer from Las Vegas, Nevada. And today I just wanted to talk about something really quick, and it was something that's been on my mind since I've seen a YouTube video at the gym, and it was from one of my favorite photographers, and he said something like along the lines of, the best camera that you can get is the camera that you can afford. And that really resonated with me because, of course, I wish I could afford, higher end cameras like the R5. I wish I could have like a Blackmagic or RE Alexa, something like that. I really wish I could have one of the top of the line cinema cameras, but of course, on my budget, I can't. But I don't think that's a bad thing, and it definitely doesn't discourage me from going out and shooting the projects that I want to create. What I'd have to say is the best camera that you can have is the camera that gets you to get up and shoot. I started shooting my friends while we were skating as kids. We started out and I was 13. I had a flip camera that was this big. It didn't take high quality pictures, it didn't take high quality video at all, but the most important part was it got us out and it got us shooting, and it got me creating and editing videos, and I was super happy to do it. Even though I looked around on YouTube and stuff, and I realized, damn, my camera doesn't have the qualities of these other cameras, it doesn't create the best video like these other cameras, but I didn't really care. For me it was, I'm just happy to be out and shooting. But then eventually I upgraded, and I got the Canon T2i. My parents got this for me for my birthday when I was in high school. And so this is my first real, DSLR camera, an entry-level DSLR. And so I was super excited about it, and I was creating a lot, especially throughout high school. I was recording me and my friends breakdancing, I was recording anything really, and going out and just taking pictures wherever I went, and it was fun, and I enjoyed it a lot. But I was never discouraged by the fact that I had a lower tier camera. And so then I get to college, and I get to this point where I'm like, maybe I should upgrade my camera. Maybe it's something that I should look into, because maybe I wanted a full frame camera, something a little bit higher quality. So eventually got the Canon 6D, my first full frame camera. And it's funny because when I made the jump to the 6D, I remember people were telling me, your photos are getting a lot better. And I was like, yeah, I got a new camera, so it makes sense. And then they're like, no, I don't think it's just the quality of the images. I do think it's about the composition, the color. Those things are getting better. And for me, I took it as, I really thought just because I got a new camera that my photos were getting better. But that really wasn't it. So then moving on, I get to LA, I work, and eventually I save up enough to get mirrorless camera, which is of course the Canon EOS RP. So I get this camera and I go out and shoot, and I made another jump, and I thought, is it because of the camera? And I really had to sit there and think about it. And what I came down to was, I think the reason my photos kept getting better is because I kept on being inspired to go out and shoot. Having a camera that fit my needs for a while, got me to get out of the house and go shoot. And that even more so happened when I got into film. Once I got into film cameras, I really wanted to go out and shoot, especially because I had no idea how they would come out, so I was more excited to just burn through a roll. I picked up this Yashica 1C, and I never had so much fun shooting with this little rangefinder style camera. This thing doesn't even have a light meter built into it. I'm using a light meter on my phone, and that's what makes it so fun, is that these cameras, whether they're the highest end camera, whether they're, old 40-year-old film cameras, they get you to go out and shoot because you're just so excited to create something. And so for me, that was the most important part of it. It's like, I need to be out shooting because it's fun. I need to be out shooting just because it's what I want to do, not because I have to. It's always been about, I want to go shoot and create just to create. And so for me, I've been asked a lot, what camera should I start out with? What camera should I get? And for me, my answer is always going to be yes. The best camera that you can have is the camera that you can afford. But also, the best camera that you can have is the camera that gets you to get up and shoot. Because the practice, the hours spent editing, the hours spent going out and shooting, studying light, looking at composition, digesting photos, just creating, that is gonna make your photos so much better than getting an expensive camera. And I truly believe that a great artist, a great photographer, videographer, cinematographer, whatever, they can create something amazing with even the smallest camera, as opposed to someone who doesn't go out and shoot and practice using the best camera in the world. And so what it comes down to is the most important camera that you can have is the one that gets you to get up and shoot. But that's all I have for you guys today. It's a small one. It was just something that's been on my mind. But thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.